Good morning, everyone, from the capital city of Vietnam, Hanoi. It's Thursday morning, April 2nd, 2024. The time is 11:12 a.m. Temperatures 90 Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. Just had my breakfast and it was so delicious. One of the best breakfasts I've ever had in Vietnam at a local noodle shop. This one right here, 63 Hong Bun Bo Hue, which I believe is a dish from the central part of Vietnam. See what's going on in the morning here. Hopefully I can survive Vietnam's mean streets and not get hit by a motorbike or a car. Feels like the leaves are falling down, but hi, xin chào. It's a nice block to walk on. I like wide sidewalks. This is the kind of sidewalk I can get used to. I guess this is the season where these trees start shedding their leaves. It smells so nice here, actually. Although I've had problems with leaves and it hit a pretty large elevation change for me and I stumbled. Like here, that's the bad thing about a lot of foliage that's falling. You gotta really be careful. It's more difficult to tell if something is deep or not. Like here, you can tell it's deep, but the leaves, they filled up the hole there. It's just so weird to see how the leaves fall here when they just bloom. Yeah, depending on where you are, it can be strange. Also, I think this is a unusually hot time of time for the weather in Hanoi. I don't think it usually gets this hot. Just wandered into a local park here. I guess this is the public restroom next to me. Except that it's locked. One thing that I've found here in Hanoi is that public restrooms are hard to come by, but usually local shops and stores, they'll be happy to let you use their restroom as long as you patronize their business. (1946) Hanoi. It's an amazing stone carving here. Definitely a war memorial. Diane G says, amazing that you left Taiwan, then the quake happened. Yes, I want to address that. So, yesterday at about 8 o'clock local time in Taiwan, there was a set of 2 major earthquakes. The first one, I think, was a magnitude 7.4, and then the second one was like a 6.2. And it happened, the epicenter was around the Hualien area, which is on the east coast of the island. But the entire island of Taiwan felt it. Luckily, I wasn't there when it happened, and I'm fortunate that I was able to avoid that. But I do have many contacts there, and they were telling me how scary it was. Some of my contacts were in multi-story buildings on the upper floors, and it was shaking. Stuff was coming off the bookshelves and lights were dangling, and it was unsettling. And a lot of people, they got woken up because it was early in the morning. But there was a lot of damage that happened, especially on the east coast of Taiwan. I was seeing pictures of buildings that collapsed in the Hualien area. And even in Taipei, on the Brown Line, the MRT, there was a rail that broke because of the earthquake. But I really wish the best for the people of Taiwan, and I hope they could recover from that. I know it was very, very scary and traumatizing, and no one wants to be stuck in that kind of a situation. But yeah, I left Taiwan at the end of February, so I was able to avoid being in the earthquake. But everyone, thankfully, that I spoke to in Taiwan were safe, and they didn't have any injuries from the earthquake. So I'm really, really thankful for that. That's the best. Oh, Dai Honk, you live in Kaohsiung, and it was really frightening. Yeah, I know someone else who lives in Kaohsiung. They told me how crazy it was. I don't think there was any avoiding it anywhere in Taiwan, because these earthquakes, they happen right in the center of Taiwan, in Hualien. Not in the north or the south, so the entire island felt it. In fact, not just Taiwan, but I think, you know what, let me go back across the street. I'll head through the old quarter. I think places as far away as like Shanghai felt it, and Hong Kong, and the Philippines too. And I knew there was like tsunami warnings for the Okinawa Islands of Japan, which is close to Taiwan. They definitely felt some impact for that. But for me, fortunately, here in Hanoi, I didn't feel anything. I didn't even know there was an earthquake that happened until I woke up and I got text messages. And I had to check on everybody who I knew in Taiwan. Luckily, they're all okay. Kamikaze says, I bet one of the scariest places to be in the earthquake will be the subway. Actually, I was doing some research on that. I think the subway is actually one of the safest parts to be during an earthquake. Because from what I was reading, the subway is already like deep in the ground where it's already like stable and rooted, and you have these like tunnels that are like insulated from like falling debris. So it's actually not a bad place to be during an earthquake. But the problem is if you get like caved in, what happens if like the staircases coming out of the station get blocked? What was scary though was I saw an Instagram video of the overhead MRT line, the automated people mover on the Brown line. That one was rocking. Thankfully, like the shaking stopped, but it would look so violent. Lena asking if Vietnam's known for earthquakes. I actually don't know. But I don't like earthquakes. Luckily, I haven't had to experience a strong earthquake, but I did feel like some rumblings, and it's just unsettling to know that the ground underneath us can start shaking without any kind of warning. That's the terrifying part of it. You don't really have any notice of when it's going to happen. But with other acts of nature like thunderstorms or typhoons, hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, usually you have some kind of notice that it's going to happen. But an earthquake, it's like, oh my gosh, the ground's shaking, like what's going on? Like you're not prepared for it, nobody's prepared. But at least with a hurricane, with a storm, you can see it coming to some extent, or at least you know it's coming, so people get prepared. That's the scary part about an earthquake. Doug says, you agree with me, completely powerless. It's scary. There's a popular sidewalk cafe. Oh really, Hung Miao, you were told Vietnam's not known to have earthquakes? That's a good sign. But I guess since we're on the topic of earthquakes, I was reading some tips about what to do during an earthquake. By far the best place to be during an earthquake is outside. Outside, away from objects that can fall on you, or collapse on you. Like if you're here, best place to be would be to stand like right in the middle of the street. Most of the injuries that occur during earthquakes are from falling objects. So the best place to do that would be outside, or to make sure you cover your head. Ideally, like hide under a desk, or you go like underneath this doorway here. But then again, who knows if that building is going to support the weight there. That building could collapse too. You just better hope that the building is not going to give way and the foundation is not going to break. But the best place you can do, try to get outside if you can during an earthquake. Thank you, Diane G, $10. Glad I'm safe. Thanks, Diane. You don't have to worry about me. Worry about all the people in Taiwan that got directly affected, and Okinawa Islands from the tsunami. That's scary. Actually, I got a lot of messages from people concerned about my safety too, because somehow they thought I was still in Taiwan. But I left over a month ago. Yeah, that's the issue, LAB. There's almost no time. It happens so quick. Sometimes you don't even know what's happening. It's like all of a sudden, life is normal, and then the ground starts shaking. It's like, uh-oh, what do I do now? Or really, doorways aren't a safe place to be during an earthquake now. Yeah, try to get outside if you can. That's the best place to be, away from objects that could potentially fall on top of you. CI310, hey AK, heard about the news in Taiwan. Hope your family is all well. Oh, my family is fine. I don't have any family in Taiwan. I do have a lot of contacts and friends there. They're all safe too.
Yeah, 3D.
Yeah, Steven, that's what I've experienced. Honking in Southeast Asia just means watch out, I'm here. I've been in taxis where the driver will just honk to let people know that they're there, rather than as a danger thing. Although I guess it could mean for danger as well. everywhere, ice cream and tea. No shortage of tea shops around here. I'm actually walking a little bit west of where I normally walk, towards the Hoan Kim Lake. So this is interesting to see for me. I've been here for like the first time pretty much. Yes, Christopher, they do have traffic lights in Vietnam, just not everywhere. Which I find a little bit strange. Hey, thanks Mike Ryder, $2 for a better ice cream than the last one you had. Yeah, durian, I wouldn't recommend it, just because of the aftertaste. I worry about what other people smell about me and my breath, not so much about what I think of the taste. That's the issue with durian. It's kind of like a selfish fruit. You enjoy it, and then after you finish it, people are going to be running away from you because the smell is so bad. Die honk. If I rode a scooter in Vietnam, I didn't drive one directly, but I have been on a motorbike taxi plenty of times. Canada Biz says, how long does it take you to physically recover from a long walk? I guess, hi, how are you? Xin chào.
3 months.
Yes. How long does it take me to physically recover from a long walk? I guess it depends. Let me let this driver go by. I recover a lot faster if I get a massage for all my sore muscles and to drain out all the lactic acid. Actually, I really enjoy Vietnam because this is the place where I've had the least expensive body massages that I have ever experienced. It's incredible. Yesterday I had a 90-minute 4 hands body massage for $32 US or 800,000 Vietnamese dong. And believe me, I needed it. I was like so sore walking the entire Venice, Italy imitation for like 3 or 4 times and being out all day. It really affects you. Lisa said I must sleep like a baby after all those long walks. Yeah, I try to get enough sleep every day. Some days it doesn't really happen though, but I work very hard. Oh, I've walked here before. I remember this place. Tony asked if I try any acupuncture. No, I don't think I need it. Andrea says, I guess I need a good massage too. Actually, I'll tell you about massages. I was actually skeptical about them, and I never really got massages until I really started doing these long walks. And it totally makes a difference, for sure. My body recovers a lot faster, the muscles are a lot less sore, and it just allows me to work harder after getting them. So for me, it's well worth the time and the money to spend on a massage after I work so hard and walk around and carry this heavy backpack around. It's a really interesting local street. It's like a general store here. Tony says when you're sore, you need, especially for your lower back, neck, and legs. Oh, my entire body feels it. And I've also am a firm believer that these body massages injuries as well, especially like repetitive stress injuries, working on my computer and everything. Hey, thank you, Chan Trong, for $27.99 Canadian. Appreciate it, Tron. Thank you so much. Really, really nice of you. And Noel 2000 with a $20 super chat. Have something to eat on me. Thank you, Noel. Hello. Yes.
Quickly. 2 minutes. Okay. Over here.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you. It's Train Street. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Follow me. Over here. Photo train coming.
This is Train Street. I think she's trying to sell a Train Street picture. But I've already been there. Johnson says scam. I mean, if she's approaching me from across the street to take a picture of Train Street over there, it's more than likely a scam. Why wouldn't she approach me if I was over there already? And this isn't even the nice area to get a picture of the train. It's the next block. Johnson says she would charge $40 for a picture. We don't know. Give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not interested in going there right now anyway. Like I said, I know the better street to take a picture. But I remember my live stream before, I wanted to catch the train on video, on live stream, but I wasn't able to. I did get it on my pre-recorded video though. Cammy says, for being so busy, it seems nice and clean and friendly. That's one thing about Vietnam. It's actually really clean for what it is, for all these people here.
Train coming now.
Yeah, I want to go there now, but
Uh,
I don't need a picture.
Bạn muốn vào và không muốn vào làm gì? You can follow me. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I just want to see it. It's coming. The gate's closed. Another person's trying to sell a picture of the train or something. No more people. That's it. No, it's okay. I just want to see from here.
Em uống cà phê không bạn? Em mời bạn vào cà phê có tàu ở đây, ngồi ngoài mát. Em vào ngồi qua quán ngồi uống nước này bạn này. Có quán nước xem.
Here comes the train.
Em vào có quạt đấy. Người ta cũng chắc là kiểu tàu về. Let's go, tàu về. No.
Oh, the other way. Wow. What an experience, huh? No, thank you. People are very persistent. It'll be awesome to have a drink here or a meal and then the train comes by. This is a tourist hotspot, folks, so expect a lot of aggressive selling from people. What's that? I saw a shoe cleaner right now. actually more crowded than I thought here.
Em hít ra bảo là nhạc cái nhạc.
What do you think, folks? Train streets. Do I need to pay someone to take my video? No. You're all free. Train Street, Hanoi, Vietnam. Hopefully a train doesn't come now. I don't know when the next train is gonna come. The train can come in either direction. Yes, they're all restaurants, Lizzo. Cafes and restaurants. Very big tourist attraction in Hanoi. You know what? I kind of want to enjoy a coffee or something while waiting for the train. Why not?
Hello, đi nào liền?
Oh, I'm New York. Yeah. 美国华侨. Time is 11:45 to 15:20. Okay. Train time. You know what? I think we missed. The train's not going to come for a while, so I'd rather continue walking. What you cannot do is walk down this street where the train is. You know what time it is. I'm walking here. I'm not going in front of this car though. Motorbike they will. I'm walking here. Only one bike coming. Easy. And they're even turning. Crossing the street looks impossible. Well, I did it. How is it impossible? You don't have the confidence. Stop being like, I'm not crossing the street. It's too many cars, motorbikes. Ah! Gotta be like, I'm committed, dedicated, make eye contact, be direct with your intentions, don't panic, and you'll cross the street, okay? No jaywalking, aka it's bad for you. I don't think there is a such thing as jaywalking in Vietnam. Not at all. William says, and if that fails, give them the I'm walking here. Yeah, that works too. If you're from New York, this should be easy for you. Cantonese style restaurant, folks. Roast duck, barbecue pork, honey chicken. I'm walking here. Yeah, Susan, the train is really close. You can't get any closer than that. And somehow it's still running and it works. and people aren't prohibited from walking over there. Mike says, what are you in the mood for food today? I'm in the mood for some Vietnamese food.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Xin chào, how are you? Hi.
Trung á.
Huh?
Trung Quốc à?
Trung Quốc, yeah, I'm from New York. Thank you. Andreas, thank you for €1. Appreciate it, Andreas. So the way the Vietnamese say Chinese or Chinese people here is Trung Quốc, Trung, and in Mandarin it's Trung Quốc. So it's a little bit different, but I've learned. Well, he is very friendly. And to say America is look me. My Vietnamese is not good enough to say I'm Chinese American yet. At least in Mandarin, I could say I'm overseas Chinese. And I could even say I'm a third generation, but he thought I was a streamer from China. I don't fault him for thinking that way. This looks like a nice street to walk on. Lena says that's the next challenge for you. Yeah, it could be. I still want to learn how to say, can you speak English? Bạn có nói tiếng Anh không? Bạn có nói tiếng Anh không? Bạn Anh có ăn tiếng không? Bạn có nói tiếng Anh không? Can you speak English? Hung Mao thinks on refers to a male. Okay. Good to know there. But I remember on means English. On could also mean to get someone's attention in the formal way. Like if you say Xin Loi, that means excuse me. But if you say Xin Loi An, it's more formal. That's what I learned. Definitely helps knowing a little bit of Vietnamese. I could even read some now. And it's way easier than learning Chinese for sure. The Latin alphabet is great. And every day I'm finding words that sound similar to what I've already learned in Chinese. And I'm like, oh wow, that's the way they say it. Daryl says you're learning a language. Always good to learn some of the language when you're in a foreign country. Even in Thailand, the short amount of time I was there, I learned a little bit. Just greetings though. That was very hard to learn to speak Thai. I couldn't read it, but yes, Kevin, you have to use Google Translate is what I mainly use. Yep, Starbucks, good eye there. It's a busy restaurant I'm walking next to. So there's a park that's nearby called Chongvien Dong Nyat. It's looks like the biggest park in downtown. I want to head over there. Oh, that's the Australian ambassador's office that I walked next to. There's some security guards posted outside. Yeah, I see that Canada, this upscale area. Lots of hotels. It's pretty much south of the old quarter in Hanoi. Didn't want to interrupt their video. I like Vietnam's buses a lot more than Taiwan's. Taiwan's buses drove me crazy. I still hear it to this day. It's a nice looking temple across the street. They call this Little Paris, tons of cafes. Oh, you see it everywhere here. Tons of cafes everywhere. Dai Honk is laughing about the Taiwanese buses. Too many beeping. Unnecessary beeping. Vietnam Expo. Wow, is this a big... Yes, the Hanoi Exhibition Center in front of me. Cool. Problem is, it's under construction, and Google Maps said that this road was open. Valerie, you like the fake Italy video? Just wait until I publish the recorded video. I made 2 of them. It looks even better at nighttime. Actually, maybe the street is open here. I just have to go around this construction area. Vietnam Expo Center. It's a huge looking building. And this is a big project, whatever it is.
Đừng đi lên phố, đi rằng lên phố là chết đấy.
Hey, I'm glad this part is still open. Whoa, is that a fig? Kind of looks like one. I wouldn't eat it though, but just an interesting observation. Talk about narrow. Hey, that's what you call skills. Yeah, it was a pretty narrow alley. And scooters will come at you anyway, even on the sidewalk. Canada has asked if they manufacture electric scooters. Pretty sure they do. I don't really see them too often. Most of them are gas powered. Looks like a big event at the Expo Center. $550 booths, 16 countries. I don't know what this Expo Center could be hosting right now. Oh, someone's mentioning about the Xiaomi car. Actually, the first time I heard about it was when my taxi driver in Hanoi, he used Google Translate. He was like, have you heard about the Xiaomi car? I was like, no. And he showed me a video of it. The thing looks so futuristic. Crazy. Yeah, it could be a square bet. A trade fair. Basically sidewalks or bike lanes in Vietnam. I don't think so. I think people are really supposed to be on the streets, but they can go on the sidewalk for short periods of time, like park their scooters and to take them out. Actually, this is an interesting observation that I've seen between Vietnam and Taiwan. You know how I was in Taiwan when I was walking underneath the buildings on the sidewalks? It was all like different levels. One will be like here and one will be up here and you have to like step over or under. I have a feeling they did that intentionally to keep scooters out so they can't like go on the sidewalk and drive. It actually makes sense that way. But it makes it terrible for the elderly, the handicapped, who need to use a wheelchair. But it pretty much makes it impossible for someone on a scooter to ride on the sidewalks in Taiwan. Wonder if we could walk around this lake. Is there a pathway around it? No, it doesn't look like it. The park I want to go to though is like a block down. Whoa, 25,000 for a sandwich like that. Insane. You can get a banh mi for like $1 and change. Canada Bis, does Vietnam have a subway? There is one line in Hanoi. I know they're trying to expand it more and add other lines, but it's going to take a while. In Ho Chi Minh City, there is one under construction that's scheduled to open in July.
Minh, cái đường Minh à?
Nó tên là Minh.
This is so peaceful. So many people here fishing in the same spot. I don't know, this waterway seems kind of polluted though and stale. I don't know if any fish caught from this waterway is going to be that good to eat. That's the park I want to go to. I can cross the street here. There is a crosswalk signal, but where is the crosswalk? Oh, where that lady is. Okay. Tony, is it free? Yes, it is. Go right into this park. Something about France here. Ballade in France. There's a lot of work being put up here. It's going to be a pretty big exhibition, I see. So nice to be in a park like this. Let me just sit down for a little bit. I want to get some water before I get into trouble. I always have a bottle of water with me in Vietnam. Yes, Steven, I don't know when this festival is going to start. Yes, it is Aquafina water. The best brand of bottled water that I've tested in Vietnam, with the lowest number of electronic conductivity.
Hôm nay về mình phải đi tìm
Sarah, is there burning going on in Vietnam? I believe so. Taste France, Ambassade de French à Vietnam. So this is arranged by the French government. It's in Vietnam. That's pretty awesome. L'Occitane. That's a brand I recognize. Lawrence, are they selling baguettes there? Probably when the event is on. But right now this park is very quiet. I was actually in this park yesterday and it was so full of people. This was in the early evening though. I don't want to take another step. It's pretty steep down there. Is this a river? No, it's a lake in the park. Yeah, it kind of did look like the Eiffel Tower a little bit. Okay, which side is recycling and which side is garbage, or they're all garbage? Oh, this is nice. You can have a drink here or a snack and sit out and look at this lake. They have so many drinks. Peach tea, natural green tea. Ooh. I'll get a Trada Sao Sa.
Cô ơi, cho cháu một con coca lạnh.
Coca không được, Coca có đường.
Có đường cô ạ. Bao nhiêu cô?
How much? 20. $20,000. You know, I'll tell you something. I'm gonna sit here.
15 hả cô?
I almost gave her 110,000 dong. This is crazy. So in my wallet, right, I had it arranged what I thought was in denomination order. I had this one, and then I had this bill behind it, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna give two of these. It's 20,000. But these freaking bills look so darn similar. They're both green. 100,000 and 10,000. Don't you think this is... And the stupid comma is like so hard to see. This comma is where the design is, and it makes it hard to figure out where the decimal point is. Why do they have this design here? This is much better. Oh my gosh. Even though I know the difference, it's hard for me to tell. I do not like 100,000 and 10,000 mixed up. Count the zeros, Hung Lao says. too many. This peach iced tea is really, really good. Nice and sweet. Tony says, draw a comma yourself. It's crazy, man. One is the difference between 40 cents and $4. There's a big difference there. Lizzo says, why is the money in such large amounts when it's not worth so much? I think the issuing authority didn't bother to revalue the currency or introduce a new currency. Right now, Vietnam has the second highest denominated currency in the world. I think Zimbabwe had the highest. I remember having a $100 trillion banknote as a souvenir. I bought it for $5, and now that they stopped printing them, I think you could sell it for like $300 or $400 online as a collector's item. But yeah, can you imagine that? Paying for something with a $100 trillion banknote? That's the the highest ever banknote printed in history. Sarah says, you were in Yugoslavia when the inflation hit right before the war. I mean, inflation's crazy. It's happening all around the world. That's what happens when you have money that's backed by nothing but faith in the government, because governments sometimes they do the wrong things with their economic situation and the currency gets devalued. It happens to pretty much any fiat currency over the years. The money gets worth less and less. That's why a dollar now isn't going to be able to spend the same $1 in goods 10 years from now. You might only get 50 cents worth of goods with that same dollar that you spend today. Gruzi. I'm Slovenian, part of former Yugoslavia. We had our own currency called the SIT, Slovenian Tolar. Now we have the euro. It's actually a pretty nice island over there. Steven says, just like they want consumers to take on debt. Yeah, that's what happens too when people expect prices to be more expensive in the future. They're encouraged to spend their money now when the value of their money is higher. And to take on debt, which can be fiscally irresponsible at times, especially if they're taking on debt to buy things and possessions that will just devalue in the future. But if you're smart about it, you can purchase things that will keep their value and hold their purchasing power. I'm gonna have to end this stream soon because I am approaching my daily data cap. I might as well do it here with the view of the lake. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream in Hanoi, Vietnam. Got to see a lot of great things today. We saw the train on Train Street, of all things. And we got to see this lovely, lovely park. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone. Take care. Almost done with this iced tea. It's hot out here. For those of you still sticking around, bloopers time. I still have the durian taste in my mouth. Tastes like rotten eggs, the sewer, socks, fungus. I gotta get this durian taste out of my mouth. And this has been a week already since I had the durian. It's been a month since I had the durian in Thailand. Still stinks. I don't know what it is, but this durian's been sticking around for the longest time. It won't go away, no matter how much iced tea I drink, water I drink. Aftertaste of durian still lingers with you for a lifetime. You don't believe me? Try durian yourself. It'll start smelling worse than this lake here. All in all, folks, if you get durian, you might regret it. But first, you gotta pick it up first and handle it because it's spiky. Ugh. And it smells really, really bad.